like 100. Hello, 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 hello.
Loading, strap got the lyrics like I'm bowling. Keep pushing on, keep rolling. And when I listen, but I told him one more time. Your favorite MC's bronze or silver. These vibes here are golden. Cards on the table, there's no folders. Spit bars at the club, zoning. TikTok come to London, get ripped off. Man get pissed off when I start lift off. Sweet like flavors, cookie and biscuit. Planty, yeah, the bars I get ripped off. Picked up my song, yo, every time I tripped up. Little petty trended the big rock. Me and my G's do everything mix up. Full circle, that everybody linked up. That's irrelevant, memory like an elephant. Keep it hard but you know that it's elegant. Get mad but always benevolent. Always moving up, just leveling. Constantly telling them rhyming, riddling. Cycle through these streets I'm peddling. Hibernating and boom, she's back again. Oh, cause a little fire on the track again. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon. Yeah, if you want buff we can go psycho. Head to head, bout to bout, turn a mic on. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon.
Hot like 100. Hello, 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 hello.
Loading, strap got the lyrics like I'm bowling. Keep pushing on, keep rolling. And when I listen, but I told him one more time. Your favorite MC's bronze or silver. These vibes here are golden. Cards on the table, there's no folders. Spit bars at the club, zoning. TikTok come to London, get ripped off. Man get pissed off when I start lift off. Sweet like flavors, cookie and biscuit. Planty, yeah, the bars I get ripped off. Picked up my song, yo, every time I tripped up. Little petty trended the big rock. Me and my G's do everything mix up. Full circle, that everybody linked up. That's irrelevant, memory like an elephant. Keep it hard but you know that it's elegant. Get mad but always benevolent. Always moving up, just leveling. Constantly telling them rhyming, riddling. Cycle through these streets I'm peddling. Hibernating and boom, she's back again. Oh, cause a little fire on the track again. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon. Yeah, if you want buff we can go psycho. Head to head, bout to bout, turn a mic on. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon.
Hot like 100. Hello, 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 hello.
Loading, strap got the lyrics like I'm bowling. Keep pushing on, keep rolling. And when I listen, but I told him one more time. Your favorite MC's bronze or silver. These vibes here are golden. Cards on the table, there's no folders. Spit bars at the club, zoning. TikTok come to London, get ripped off. Man get pissed off when I start lift off. Sweet like flavors, cookie and biscuit. Planty, yeah, the bars I get ripped off. Picked up my song, yo, every time I tripped up. Little petty trended the big rock. Me and my G's do everything mix up. Full circle, that everybody linked up. That's irrelevant, memory like an elephant. Keep it hard but you know that it's elegant. Get mad but always benevolent. Always moving up, just leveling. Constantly telling them rhyming, riddling. Cycle through these streets I'm peddling. Hibernating and boom, she's back again. Oh, cause a little fire on the track again. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon. Yeah, if you want buff we can go psycho. Head to head, bout to bout, turn a mic on. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon.
What up? CSGs, what it do, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through to the post-game live stream at the Chop Shop. You know who it is, man. It's your boy Space Ghost. What's happening with y'all, CSGs? CSG.
CMB. Man, we all we got.
We all we got. My volume low. Let me turn me up a little bit. Yo, is that better? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mic check. You know your boy Space feeling good, man. You know, I'm happy when we beat the Spurs and the Lakers in Golden State. I'm happy, man. We look good, man. We actually look great. We actually look good, man. Like, everybody was hitting. I don't have much to complain about. I mean, probably like the end of the third, beginning of the fourth quarter, we kind of looked a little like we got lackadaisical. Like, we up by 30. We can just coast to this win. And we kind of let them back into it. I ain't gonna lie. I got kind of nervous when they got down to 10 points in the fourth quarter. I was like, man, they is not fit to do this to me. They is not fit to do this to me. But then they turned it back on, man. And, hey, I got to tip my hat off to Jalen Green, man. Jalen Green, he been playing a nice flow of offense. Look like he's starting to figure it out a little bit. It was great to have Jabari back. I ain't gonna lie. Great to have Jabari back. Jalen and Şengün had 30-plus points. This kind of what you want to see. You don't want Fred VanVleet taking a whole lot of shots like he had been doing in the previous games. He was really facilitating. He had 14, 15 assists. We're going to look at the stats and see what Fred VanVleet was doing. But, man, this was a great win all the way around. Cam Whitmore, Slam Whitmore, Jam Whitmore, whoever you want to call him. That man is a beast. He impressing me a whole lot, bro. I guess the time in the G League and the time that he had to ride the bench and really figure out the game where his niche would be on his team, he's feeling that niche well, man. He's feeling that niche real well. And you know the chatter is already starting. We need to start Cam. I would say this, that him and Jalen Green probably is a little bit redundant. That we probably will have to make a decision between him and Jalen Green at some point. But one of them gonna have to be a 6-man. I would just presume. But having that 1-2 punch off the bench with Cam is supplementing for what we would have got with KPJ, at least scoring wise. I think with Cam stepping up like this, we're not putting a big hole like we was with KPJ, since KPJ is not gonna be here, bruh. It was just a great win all the way around. Like, the young guys carried. Jabari, he had a great game. His first game back, he was everywhere. He was playing defense. He was hitting shots. I think he had 14, 15 points. That was just a great win. But then I want to kind of caution myself a little bit, because it looked like the Lakers was kind of sleepwalking. Yeah, Christian Wood, I can't believe how bad he looks, though. I ain't gonna lie. I knew he wasn't a franchise player you should build around. But bro has really fallen off the map. I don't know if it's his confidence playing with the Lakers. He don't get as much touches. He really needs the ball to really be effective. And Christian Wood I think in all 4 games, we done played them 4 times, maybe 5. I think he probably got 6 points total. I don't think he hit a 3. Christian Wood, he's ass. He's been ass against us, bro. He really have. Sometimes still Tate. I'm gonna let you make it tonight, Tate. But man, Tate. Y'all know how I feel about Tate, bro. But bro, I'm always happy to beat the Lakers, bro. I'm always happy to beat the Lakers. When, you know what I'm saying? No matter if it's preseason, playoffs, regular season, whenever we can, we beat them, bro. I'm always happy to beat the Lakers. Always, always, always. So this was a great win. I won't get too high about this win, because if you notice, we always play up to our competition and play down to our competition. And we need to be able to be steady, even keel. The same group of guys show up every night. I would say this. I'm kind of worried about Tari, bro. Tari been gone a month. What's really up with bro? What's really up with bro? He that's another key piece that we missing. That's our hustle, our rebounding, offensively especially. Our energy, another energy guy. You know what I'm saying? If it's taking him this long to get back, I'm kind of wondering, should he have just got surgery or something? You know what I'm saying? And actually sit down and rehab that till he come back 100%. I think those 10 games that he played, or 8 games that he played in a row, didn't help the injury, because obviously it didn't help, because he's sitting out for a month and a half. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it was best he just stayed on injured reserve or something and let him fully heal. Let him heal up, because we got a good guy that's just not getting no PT. Now, I was surprised I didn't see Aaron Holiday. Was Aaron Holiday inactive today? Because I didn't really get to see the injury report. Is Aaron Holiday hurt? Like, or did Cam come and take his minutes? You know what I'm saying? No, he just didn't play. That's surprising. Maybe Ime Udoka learned his lesson by playing him and Fred VanVleet at the same time. Now, we always see that Dylan Brooks, he always come in and he makes it hard on the defenders at the point of attack. And he did his job today. He had some big shots. He had some threes and stuff. I'm glad we didn't see no your man Londale. We didn't see no Londale. So I wonder, how Ime Udoka is starting to attack our rotations. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I as much as Aaron was playing, I'm surprised we didn't see him none. And if he was healthy and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I would say this. He took a little bit too long to bring Cam back into the game after halftime. It was like he set out the whole third quarter almost. And I'm like, bro, put Cam back in. Did you see what this man just did? He had 12 points in 4 minutes. Had 12 points in 4 minutes. And then you bench that for a whole quarter. And especially when the Lakers started going on a run. I'm like, what's up with that, Ime? He got, like my boy Frank always say, he got CTE sometimes, bro. Like, what he be doing? Like, come, Ime, what's up, bro? What's up? So, hopefully, we can see more and more of Cam Whitmore. Oh man, he didn't have an exceptionally good game today, but he made some key passes. He made a couple passes. I was like, oh, okay. Oh man, he's gonna be great at facilitating the ball, man. Let me get to these stats so I can bring y'all up. I ain't gonna keep y'all up too long. Let's see. Now we within the game of the Lakers. Now we within the game. Matter of fact, let me check and see. I think we might be still 11 seed. Let's check out the standings real quick. Yeah, we still 11 seed, but we within a game of the Lakers and Utah, and we actually beat both of them teams. So all we need to do is win a couple of games. We'll be right back into the play-in bracket. So we just need a couple of games, man. Hopefully this will catapult us, on a little run. Let me get the game. Dang, why I can't find the game? What's up with that? I just had it up. Okay, here we go. Let's look at the stats. Jabari played 36 minutes. 8 for 13 from the field. Very efficient. 2 for 5 from the 3. No free throws. 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. A plus 11 with 18 points. Dylan Brooks, 7 for 12. Played 28 minutes. 2 for 4 from the 3. 1 for 2 from the free throw line. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. No blocks. 17 points with a plus 4. Al P played 40 minutes. 14 for 23. Very efficient. 1 for 4 from 3. 2 for 4 from the free throw line. 12 rebounds, 7 assists. Man, that's crazy. 12 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, a block, plus 15 with 31 points. Fred VanVleet plays 37 minutes. He was 0 for 4 from the field. 0 for 4 from the three-point line. He had 3 points, bro. Fred VanVleet had 3 points, but he had 14 assists and 4 rebounds. Plus 17. I don't mind him having just 3 points as long as he facilitating and giving out dimes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. because Jalen and Shangun was cooking. Jalen played 41 minutes. He was 12 for 23, 4 for 10 from the 3-point line, 6 for 6 from the free throw line, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, a plus 13 with 34 points. Jalen and this was crazy. Jalen and LP almost had the identical stats. LP was 14 for 23. Jalen was 12 for 23. LP had 12 rebounds. Jalen Green had 12 rebounds. LP had 7 assists. Jalen Green had 7 assists. LP had 31 points. Jalen Green had 34 points. That's the type of production we need from our two young guys. That's kind of crazy that they were so they was like right there with the stat line, bro. Jalen got 12 rebounds. 12 rebounds. Uncle Jeff played 8 minutes. He was 1 for 3 from the field, 0 for 1 from the 3-point line, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. 2 rebounds, a plus 4 with 5 points. Our man played 12 minutes. He was 0 for 1. He didn't score, but he had 7 rebounds and 3 assists. He had 5 turnovers, though. He had 5 turnovers. Slam Whitmore, played 18 minutes. He was 7 for 12 from the field, 2 for 6 from the 3, 4 for 6 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds. He was a plus 11 with 20 points. And Jay Sean Tate played 19 minutes. He was 3 for 7 from the field, 1 for 2 from the 3, 1 rebound, a plus 14 with 7 points. As a team, we shot 52 for 98. That's 53%. That's decent. That's pretty good. 12 for 36 from the 3, 33%. That's below average, but we had so many points in the paint that we made up for. We was 19 for 25 from the free throw line, 76%, and we had 56. No, I'm lying. We had 56 rebounds and 36 assists. We had 36 assists on 52 makes. 36 assists on 52 makes. We was sharing the sugar. We was dishing it out. Our young guys was balling and feeling it. Yeah, man, I don't have much to complain about besides little bitty minor things, but always a great win, like I always said, to beat the Lakers, man. So I'm going to let y'all come on up, man. I know y'all probably eager to speak and get your take off. Try not to have y'all up too long. I always say that, but we always end up going past midnight. We always end up going past midnight anyway, but we're going to try. Let me get this link for my CSG. CMB. Man, we all we got. Already. There go the link. Come on up and give your take off, man. Give your take off. Come holler at your boy Space. How y'all been, CSGs, man? I couldn't do the last game. I was at work, man, and they started like at 5 o'clock. And I pretty much missed the whole game. But appreciate y'all. I know y'all was waiting for me. Third Coast. What's good, Third Coast? Can you hear me, Third Coast? Third Coast, can you hear me? Osmosis, can you hear me?
Sorry, man. I'm tripping. I was on mute.
Oh, you was on mute. What's up, Third Coast? How you feel about the game, bro?
I feel really good, man. I feel like we played 3 quarters of really good basketball. Would have been nice if we got 4 quarters of good basketball. So, we got 3 quarters of really good basketball. And, that's a sight for sore eyes.
Yeah.
Well,
as of late.
That's opposite of a sight for sore eyes. Let me say that. But yeah, just really pleased with Jabari, man. Like just coming back, not a whole lot of touches, but just efficient. Got 9 rebounds himself. We were very hungry on the boards. I think we got like 18 more rebounds than the Lakers did, 19 second chance points. Just everybody was just crashing the board, just like nobody's business. Our man got 6 rebounds. You know, Jalen and Alp got 12 rebounds. Jalen and Alp got 7 assists. Like you said, like the stat line was very similar between Jalen and Alp. Just really good to see that. Cam went insane coming off the bench, just insane, unbelievable what we saw from Cam, and just yeah, it was good not to see Aaron Holiday. That's good news. I think the defense that our man provides, and he can still dime people up. You know, I think it's going to be better, of course, than what Aaron can give us. And I just rather see our man than Aaron, unless we really need that shooting and he's got it going. I just, you know, he really shouldn't be getting too many minutes. You know, Dylan did what Dylan does. Love his aggressiveness. I think he gave us 17 points. Great defense, just pestering LeBron, you know, giving him a hard time. But what I'd like to note, and I'll let the next guy take it over. What I'd like to note was that AD didn't want to guard Alp one-on-one. He didn't want to smoke. And I think that says a lot about how much they respect Alp's ability to score in the paint. Like, once he touches the paint, like, AD seemed like he initially was trying to handle that like by himself, and then they went away from that real quick.
Yeah. You know, AD, he don't like playing center anyway.
That's true.
He's saying he looks at himself as more as a power forward. So a guy like LP, he'll hard guard, man. He'll hard guard, man. And Frank, you know, he done poured through the numbers that he takes away from your offensive game because you got to guard him. So almost every possession, you know, and that's kind of what was the effect with AD tonight that I looked at. Like, he was trying to guard him, and it like it sapped his energy, and it was like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this guy. I don't know, I can't. And his offensive game, he was hitting his threes, but in the paint, he wasn't about that life tonight. He wasn't about that life.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yep.
But yeah.
That's all you got?
That's all I got. Yeah, man, that's all I got. On to the next man.
Appreciate your third Coles. We're going to go on, boy. Frank in the building. What's up, Frank?
What's good, Space? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, bro. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. That was a fun game to watch. I had watched that Brooklyn game. I came home from work, so I was like, I missed the halftime, so I was behind everybody, and it was that was not a fun game to watch. But this definitely was, I guess, what you like to see, man. It was really special to see, like, everybody kind of put it together. It seemed like the Lakers they just don't like playing in Houston, bro. We be beating them real bad every time they come to Houston. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seemed like they just have a but. Nah, it was good to see Jalen really have an impactful game on multiple levels. I think that he's starting to find something that works for him, and I think that's good. I like the way he's been scoring. It's not just like he hitting a bunch of threes. So, and then you know, Şengün did probably one of his best defensive games, top 5. He's had some really good ones, but against AD, had AD kind of bothered, had him just kind of all over the place. So that was, and then on the pick and roll, he was playing at the level of the screen really, really well, and they let him switch out a couple of times, and he did a good job. Like, he was out on LeBron, out on what's his name, D'Angelo Russell a couple of times, and able to cut them off. And, you know, I mean, it was just overall a good plan, and having Jabari back to help on the boards and just be another lengthy defender, just so impactful, bro. Like, Tate is I know, like, I'm not gonna just rag on Tate. We all know what Tate is, but he's not good, bro. So
Why you say
well,
like that? Why you say it like that,
we all know it, bro. I don't want to beat a dead horse. We know this. But he ain't good, bro. So we know, like, when you replace, it's like when we lose players for our team because the roster's so poorly built. It's not even just the player you lose. It's like a double whammy because you got to replace them with somebody that's not good. So it's like
man? Yeah.
you losing two players almost because you losing a good player and you upping it by putting a bad, like, somebody that's not good at. Yeah, I mean, Tay, he do what he can, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He might get a little, even the post ups ain't been looking good lately. Defense ain't been, so you just kind of hold your breath with him. And we've been riding with Tate as a starter. Then Uncle Jeff, he back to himself. I mean, God bless him. You know what I mean? I think you can't be mad at Jeff Green, bro. Like, the man was here to be a locker room vet, not an on-court vet. We done turned him into a staple. He's not supposed to be playing all these damn minutes.
Yeah.
And his body is back to being 40, whatever, again. So he just back to himself. So y'all leave Jeff alone, man. Everything he's giving us is great.
Yeah, I think we put too many minutes on him too early in the season.
Too many, bro. That man, he's supposed to be chilling, man. He's supposed to be out here high-fiving and clapping and putting his arms around guys and,
Yeah.
Giving them advice on their taxes at this time of the year. Man ain't supposed to be saying that. Playing
tax
on
man.
39 minutes a game, bro. You're supposed to be getting them. Yeah, I got a tax man for you, bro. So, like he's supposed to be chilling, bro.
Yeah.
But it was a good Cam Whitmore, man. That dude, I still don't understand what he is, honestly. Like, to be really honest, I really don't know, because there's not enough reps to really make an assessment of him. But he is special. Like, he's special, bro. Like, but I'm gonna wait a little bit longer to see, because I want to see how he flows in a team. As good as he is, he's doing a lot of stuff on his own. You feel me? If that makes sense. Like, he hitting contested threes, he driving to the basket. Now, when him and LP or him and Amen Thompson, they play well off each other. Him and Jalen play good together, but they don't play with each other yet. Like that, and a lot of our guys, they don't play with each other. They play on the court at the same time, but it's like everybody got their own game, and they just kind of like, okay, my turn to do my game. And we got little glimpses tonight of them playing together, like in transition. You saw Jalen and Cam. You saw, like, a man do his thing, and like it was just kind of the young guys kind of running. But I want to get more, and that's on Coach Udoka, bro. Like, this man really tried to lose the game with that damn lineup. He put out literally, man,
at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
crazy.
It
was Tate. It was Jeff Green. It was Fred, Dylan, and I forgot who the other person was, bro.
I think it was Ahmed.
Man, I think it was a man. It was like everybody having a bad game. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's try. Let me get the team together of all the dudes struggling, and let's try to choke this lead. Then he credit to him, he caught himself like real quick and brought the starters back in. But just a good bounce back game. We've been looking bad lately, and I think it was a much needed win for the team. And honestly, like, once again, Rafael Stone, what you gonna do, bro? Like I said, the team is viable, bro. They need some help. So we don't, like, if the Lakers were serious tonight, like, they probably could have made it a better game, especially when the starters go out. We just need some help, bro, because I think that with the way these dudes is playing, just throwing another, like, floor spacer in there, maybe somebody else that could play, that could give Alp a real break, and then you get Cam Whitmore with that second unit. Tari, if he ever come back, like you said, I'm worried too. Like, this is how to me, I get worried when I see a guy play and just stop playing.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see him get injured. So that means there's some, like, tendon, you know what I mean? One of them type of deals. Like, yeah, I don't like them type of injuries, bro, because that's that Ben Simmons, like,
That's why I was asking, like, would it have been probably beneficial for him to get surgery at the beginning of the season and then you know what I'm saying, rehab, and
I don't
then
know.
I'm not a doctor, and
I
you
don't even know
know,
what it is. I don't even know what is it his leg? I don't know what injury he got, bro. To be honest,
yeah,
like they haven't really just clearly just told. I mean, I know he had a leg thing that he had happened earlier in the season. They said he came back, but he was playing with a lot of pain. And if he's out this long, that means there was ligament damage. That's the only thing I could think of is that he has
right.
ligament damage. And ligament damage, like you said, it could either be surgically repaired or rehab. If it's something that's not a complete tear, you could try to rehab it and see, but that'll take months. So I'm guessing that's where it's at right now. But nah, but it was a fun game, man. Like just special dudes. My favorite play is still that Amen Thompson rebound over Wood. That he go on the other end, then diving out of balance makes that pass over to Cam Whitmore for that three. Like
That
that rebound was so nuts to me, bro.
that pass was crazy because he was like behind the backboard, and I was like, damn, how you get that from over there? Like, you know, like I was like, man, that
Dude,
boy,
I was more impressed with the rebound, man.
our
Like
man is just special, bro. He really is.
he two-handed. Wood was like, I mean, Wood ain't
Wood
really
don't
saying much,
rebound though.
but yeah, but yeah, that it was just I don't know, just the peak, like he jumped so high. It's like he jumped higher to rebound than when he dunked.
Yeah,
Like it's on some like Russell Westbrook because I see Russ be going up there for them boards, but just getting them board and pushing it and just generating a three, bro. It's just it's special to see, man. I like to see them carry this over to multiple games. We'll see what they do, man. But that was definitely a good game for the team.
yeah, and I
Needed
think
it.
with Cam, he's filling a role that we previously didn't have, coming off the bench and scoring like that. So until he get acclimated, as long as he's doing that coming off the bench, I don't think he need too much on his plate just yet. You know what I'm saying? Like we still gonna slow roll him into integrating him with the offense because that was Jalen's. I think that was Jalen's problem in the beginning of the season. He was thinking too much, saying, "Oh no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that." So I just want Cam to be that nuclear bomb coming off the bench and just go crazy, until he ready to be, have more responsibility with the ball and things like that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think right now he probably doesn't grasp the full offense, so he's just playing off of just instincts and so like you know what I mean. That's why he probably just coaches tell him like cut or if you get a shot, just take it. Just drive in transition, which that's what you want. Make the game easy for him, and that's why when people compare the two of them, I think yeah, Cam is probably a more polished in some aspects of his game than Jalen, but just Jalen, just by the virtue of having experience, is going to be naturally a better like player than him right now, and that's the only difference between the two is just experience. And you really get to see Cam's inexperience in certain moments, but as far as just basketball in a vacuum, like um, the dude he's built. I mean, the only thing is I've seen little bits of it where he's playing a more passive role, where he's like spacing the floor as a three-point shooter, cutting,
Yeah,
attacking the basket off the cuts and shaking hoop. I like to see that because I want to see what he's doing when he don't got the ball and he's playing good defense. So I know he can do it. You feel me? So that's really what I'm trying to see. But um, and then when he can find the balance between his natural God-given abilities and then being part of a collective team and filling that roles that whatever the team needs him to be, um, then you can slowly start seeing what he could be. And people say he might be the best player. I mean, yeah, the dude's special, man. Like it's just special, bro. Like I don't know how to describe it, but we know with these young guys is ups and downs. Like he may go for 10 game stretch where he's just bad. So I don't put too much stock into any like young player just too early. But I think one thing is him and Jalen play well together. That's definitely a plus. Him, Jalen, and Şengün play well together. That's definitely a plus. I like to see Bari get in the mix. He's been hurt since Cam came back. Um, Tari get in the mix. A man getting in the mix. We gonna see, man. I think they got a good group of kids that fit well together. It's just Udoka got to do a better job getting them to putting them in position to be successful. 'Cause I think that's where he been slacking.
Yeah, and I like Cam got that chip on his shoulder too. Like Bari got that chip, Tari got that chip. I don't know if our man got that chip, but I see him get feisty sometimes with other players too. Like he don't back down. Yeah, man, I like that, bro. I like that we got that edge to our team. We all know Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet, they got chips just because of Fred VanVleet draft position undrafted, and Dylan Brooks, he just got that chip. So if all of them can get a little bit of that chip and put on Jalen's shoulder, then man, we gonna be on our way, man. I like that we got that edge to our
Hey,
team.
Dylan Brooks needs to scale back a little bit, bro. That dude, he's starting to like that little
Swat down on LeBron.
yeah. Nah, he just be doing dumb stuff, right?
Yeah, he do.
I'm just come
It
out and
be
say it, bro. That dude very frustrating to watch. Like he is like he got a demon in him that want to come out. He just fighting it.
We need the exorcist on that
He
one.
need somebody. I thought he like that dude that stopped drinking, bro, and like he didn't went to the meetings and then changed his life, started going to church. And he like, damn, bro, it's just one taste. Like he trying to get one taste, bro. It's like he creeping back
He
into
going
like
back.
I don't like what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's affecting his whole game, bro. Like he needs to just chill out. Man. He hurting us at this point with some of the stuff he be doing. So
Yeah.
He be looking like one of those the children of the corn. Like sometimes he's got that look on his eye.
What say children of the corn? Man, I ain't
you know
heard that
what I'm talking
reference
about,
in
bro.
a minute. I ain't heard that reference in a minute, bro. Children of the
I mean,
corn.
like, oh, you can tell when he on some stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
He
Coach
get that
said
look in his
that,
eye. For real, man. For real. Appreciate that, Frank, man. We gonna go to Osmosis Neil. What's good, Osmosis?
What's good?
What's happening with you, brother? How you feeling? How you like the game? Give me your take.
The game is great. I always love seeing LeBron take L's to the Rockets.
Already. Already.
I'm really excited about our team, man. I know we had some rough moments and stuff like that, and we got losses where, like, man, we should have won. But then again, we turn around and beat teams where, like, they could have beat us easy and we still took them out. It's good to see, because you know what type of potential we got.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like Frank said, we got a good core of guys, man. The only thing I'm worried about is can we pay all of them and keep all of them? You know what I'm saying? I don't
That's a
want to
good
have
question,
to.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to have to come down to, man, who we got to give up, like Tari or Cam, because you know what I'm saying, or Jalen or man, like, man, that's gonna be a hard decision.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Some of them, like Jalen having a bad season, we may not have to, break the bank for Jalen. May be able to still keep him for the cheap.
Yeah, I
mean,
still
he
think
having a
he'll
few
get
good
the.
games.
I think he'll still get like the minimum, not the minimum, but the.
But
You
like
know
a
the
mid,
scale, the rookie scale, max scale. Probably 100 million or something. I don't know, Frank.
Yeah, he'll get
You
that
you
high.
more good with the numbers. Like the rookie re-up like scale is usually about 100, ain't it? Frank,
My bad. What'd you ask, Space?
like the rookie, like once they re-up, like the mid, like the scale of it. It usually be almost in the 100, like 98, $100 million, right?
For the max?
Not the
Or the
max,
regular term?
like.
Just what they're doing. It just depends on what the team want to pay them. But the max for a regular max is 25%, I think. So of the team salary, so that'll go up to the high like 100s. But it could be scaled just based on their draft position, and how much the team want to pay. Like I'll say, like somebody like Jaren Jackson, he was a player when he got his contract. It was like in the high 20s per year for I think it was like 4 years or something like that. So that's that. Or who else? Tyler Hero, I think his was around what did he get, like 4 for like 30? So that's about where players. Who are y'all talking about?
Jalen, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably if he has like a good year, I could see like that Tyler Hero type or Yeah, that's how the Jordan Poole, like one, it'd be like probably in the 30, low, either right at 30, low 30s or high 20s for 4 years. Now, or they could do a 5th year option on it with the new CBA. One of the tools that they gave teams now is that you could, because back before the old CBA, you can give a 5th year to your designated rookie. And that was like a tool they gave to try to keep players longer. But now you don't have to max them to give them a 5th year option. So I could see if they want to say like, Jalen, we ain't gonna pay you that much right now, but we can do like a graduated scale where it gets more money, and then maybe on the back end, if he gets better, it'll be like a team option for more money or something like that. They could
Yeah.
also do that. Yeah.
Yeah. But we got to pay Jalen and Shingun at the same time, right?
Yeah, Shangu probably will be, if I'm guessing, he'll be the one that gets
The max.
one of the designated max. Yeah, where he gets.
And he made the All-Star on top of that, so you know he's gonna get paid for that.
Well, he ain't made it yet, but
Oh yeah.
we gonna see. But I think if they're gonna give anybody, I know I've heard people say they're not gonna do it. I don't see a world where because even if they don't want to do it, he's gonna get it somewhere. So Shangu getting the max from somebody. Like the NBA is not stupid. So
Yeah.
he gonna get the max from somebody. The Rockets are probably gonna match. The biggest mistake they could make is try to get cute. And let's say he go on the market and somebody just pays him and he walks, and we're stuck with like whatever we got left, and they don't pan out. Then yeah, I mean, then there'll be one of the blunders in Rockets history. So we'll see though. I think the money thing, there's a way they can pay everybody, but somebody got to get underpaid. And selfishly, if Jalen struggles a little bit early, then you could try to lowball him, and then just see if you could structure where it gets more money as time goes on, and then that could help you fit in other guys. But remember, guys, $60 million is tied up between Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks. So personally, I think Fred's last year in Houston is next year, because then you got Jabari and Tari's class coming up in his 3rd year. You probably need that space to be able to pay those guys.
We got to free up some of that cap tied in with him for sure.
Yeah.
Because Brooks is like guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? He guaranteed, so he gonna be here for a minute. Yeah, that's all you got, Osmosis? Did that answer your question?
Yeah, that's my question. Also, I also want to know what y'all think about us going after Robert Williams. I know a lot of people was talking about Clint Capella coming back to Houston, but I wasn't really big on Clint coming back.
I just want somebody that's not gonna stay hurt, bro. Like literally. He's great when he's on the court, but bro, he stays hurt, man. Like I don't know. And we do got a lot of money tied up in like dead weight with the Bullock and Bobons and Londell and those type of guys. We can
not Victor. What's his name? Victor Oladipo. There we go.
Oladipo still on the books, so we still got some money we can move around, in the future to try to supplement and pay at least Jalen and Shangun off the dump. I don't like my players going into a season worried about contracts. I'd rather have them locked up before the season started and secure their future and don't have that. That's like one less thing they got to worry about. Go ahead and get them out the way.
Right. Yeah, we might take care of them before the. I think can't they do that with the rookies? They don't have to wait till the off season, right?
Nah, they don't gotta wait because didn't what's the name already get paid too, Frank?
Who's that?
Buddy from the Sacramento. Sacramento.
Keegan Murray.
Keegan Murray. Didn't they already sign him?
Nah. He in Jabari's class, so his contract extension talks can begin next year.
Man, they paid somebody early, man. I gotta think about who it was.
But I think with Shangun and Jalen and them, this summer that's when they can. I don't know what the deadline is for it, but they can work on their contract extension for this summer, and work the deal out and have it signed. But I doubt. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't think Jalen gets a contract. I don't think if I was his agent, I would advise him to, because there's a chance he could play himself into getting a max contract as well. If you see this type of Jalen, not saying like just like this, but a guy that's a steady 20-some a game, good efficiency, 8 boards, four assists. I mean, that's yeah, you got to pay him. You got to pay him. And so if I'm his agent, unless I'm still holding out for that 25%. Hopefully, I don't think none of our guys are going to make the Derrick Rose type of supermax, which is you got to make like an All NBA team. Well, Şengün might. Şengün actually has a chance to do that next year, but and that's a different max. But just being a designated with the fifth-year option on a 25% max, I think you can have 2 guys on your roster. I think it's 3 now. They might have increased it in the new CBA. I'm not sure, but you can have a couple of guys on that. Um, I don't see either camp for both guys saying yes unless it's that big max contract, because the guys that sign early are either role players or they're going to be like the John Morants of the world, the guys that already know they're going to get the biggest contracts on the market. And Şengün is in a sweet spot where, as good as he is, he still like has a little bit to show on a consistency level, to be like, yeah, this is a guy that I'm going to give that money to just outright. And then Jalen is nowhere even close. So if I'm Jalen's agent, I'm telling him chill out. Just let's come back in the summer. Let's try to get this money. And then Şengün, he just got to keep doing what he's doing, and is right there for him to take, because everything is already falling in place for him.
Facts. You good, Osmosis?
Yeah, that was it. That's all I got to say.
Appreciate you, bro, for coming up. Appreciate you. Muzzo OG, what's good, Muzzo?
Space, what's up with it, bro?
What's happening with you, brother? How you feeling, man?
Oh man, I'm feeling pretty good, man. Enjoyed that win against them Lakers. You know how that go.
Anytime.
Always love to be right. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about just what I'm seeing on the court lately. I know Jalen Green, he seemed like he's stepping his game up a little bit. I'm not too impressed though, Space, because to me it's more like a streak instead of a turn in his game, because I want to see Jalen with a better floor game, if you know what I mean, as far as passing, reading defense, and stop shooting all them damn threes. He need to adjust his game. When he do those things, to me, then he making a turn. And I heard Frank say he's not sure what Cam is. I'm gonna have to disagree, because to me, Cam is really starting to be the identity of what the Rockets is becoming. He play with a force, and you can see the fans plus his teammates, when he on the floor, it's like they just can't even sit down. They get so excited to see Cam ball, because he play with a force on defense and offense, to where it's like, damn, he make players get out the damn way when he coming through that lane. So to me, he's starting to epitomize what the identity of the Rockets is. He got a pretty good basketball IQ. He played with a pretty good pace of the game, and I love the fact that he's a force multiplier. And to me, the reason why him and Ahmed started to succeed, because they rookies, but they serious guys. You know what I'm saying? They take the game serious. They don't be horse playing, joking around too much out there. I noticed that. And when it comes to Jabari really, to me, he has taken a turn, because it's like he impact the game in so many ways now, and he doing it consistently. And now he got that little elbow shot, and he don't take a lot of threes, maybe 1 or 2 a game. It seemed like now he's starting to hit those. So to me, he has taken a turn with his defense, his rebounding. He a consistent scorer now, way more than he's ever been. So to me, he has taken that turn. You know, I like what I'm seeing from Jalen, but I think it's more because of what Cam doing. He got that fire on his ass, because he know Cam coming for his neck. So Cam kind of pushing him to really step his game up. But overall, I think they really starting to get an identity, and I'm glad with Barry being back, that pushed a couple of them guys back to the bench, like Holiday. Uncle Jeff can sit down, play spot minutes here and there. So really, with Barry being back, we starting to see the lineups look a lot better. You know, sometimes coach get a little fluky, crazy, but overall, you know, that sit Jay Sean down a little bit when Barry back. So overall, I think the identity really coming around with these young guys.
Facts. Frank, do you want to?
Yeah, real quick, shout out to Charlie Pendergrass. He's on Twitter. The bro out there repping the CSGs, had the spaceman dunk. If y'all watch the video where it looked like Jalen and a man like getting a little like they grabbing each other arms or whatever, he's sitting right behind Jalen
I
with a
saw that,
top
Frank.
shot hoodie.
I saw that.
Yeah, so shout out. We courtside, baby. But no.
Good looking out, Charlie.
Yeah,
And that's
what up,
not Uncle Charlie. That's not Uncle Charlie. That's
that's
somebody
Charlie
else.
Charlie from Twitter. Good dude, bro.
Yeah.
Good dude. I mean, when I say I don't know what he is, I'm not saying like I see what he's doing well. What I actually mean is like to me, I don't know what you just you said like a broad statement. I was speaking more specifically. Like I don't know what his when he is at what he's doing the best. I don't know what that looks like. Is because there's so many ways his game can go. I still think like right now he only has like 8 assists on the season, right? So to me, requisite to be a superstar in the NBA, you got to be able to see the game, see the floor, and be able to generate shots out of your talent. And he hasn't done that yet, right? That doesn't mean he'll never be able to do that. So I think that's a big gap in his game that he needs to develop to be able to be a superstar or just a guy that can score and play defense. Because I think he plays pretty good defense, honestly. So just like a two-way player. And that's perfectly fine being he's just a two-way star, like a guy who just gets buckets and guards. That's fine, but that's not a superstar to me. So, but he's so young. He's 19, bro. Like, to me, like, when some dudes, when they learn one thing, it's stuff. So you teach him, like, Cam, when this happened, do that. Okay, I got it. So I don't know what his overall IQ is going to be like. If y'all watch the channel, you already know the reason I'm low on JG has nothing to do with what we seen. Like you just described it, I agree with you. I think that all this stuff he's doing, I think it's like it's incremental improvement. His game is definitely getting better. I like the thing I'll say IQ wise, his shot selection has improved, but he's not reading the floor yet either. Like it's making it real easy for him. Is that a superstar? I don't think so. I have a very strict criteria for that. Like I think he can be a good player. He can be a guy that gets a lot of good scoring for you, wins games for you. But if I'm gonna give a guy the ball at the end of a game, I need him to be able to pass, score, or draw a foul or do something. So, and they're all so young. It's hard to tell what they are. It's hard to tell what JG is because once again, he's not even big. He doesn't have the body Cam does. So some of the stuff Cam does, maybe he can do it. He's just too small. So all of this is gonna take time. Like no player is who they are at 19, at 21, at 20. Even with the Şengün thing, people like y'all know I talk about Şengün a lot. I keep telling people the man is 20. Like all of y'all, I don't know how old. I know our panel on Chop Shop is usually older guys. Like just think back to when you was like 19, 20 years old, bro, and how different of a human being you was, even about just little stuff like when to go to bed and when you like 25. And how you take seriously certain things. Like, I got to pay my bills, so let me not spend my money at the club. Let me save up a little bit. I'm trying to buy this car. Like, you start think about that when it comes to training, eating, taking care of your body, focusing on your game. That stuff happens with these young dudes. So all this stuff we judging dudes like right now, when they in their mid-20s, body going to change, mind going to change. We don't know who's going to be like that. So Cam, he's so young. It's hard to tell. I don't know. Is he a sixth man? Is he a guy a spark off the bench? Is he a guy that he got to scale up to? He can be like one of the best scorers in the league one day. Does he have the IQ to be a guy that you could trust to put the ball in his hands and make the right play every time? Like all these questions got to be answered. The only way we can figure that out is by seeing him play more. I like what I've been seeing so far. Though he's really answered every question for where he's at right now for me.
Yeah, and and I hear you with the threes, but you gotta, my bad. You gotta realize that with him being so fast, he see a lot of drop coverages. We do a lot of DHOs, and that three ball is open. And it's not like he's shooting a lot of contested threes. The three ball is open, and that's why I think he shoots so many of them, which not always a bad thing because it kind of make the defense have to focus on him on the perimeter too. Because, like I said, the last stream, like we got so many paint-oriented guys that I just don't want to see Fred VanVleet taking all the threes. Somebody else got to facilitate those threes to even get them up. And usually it's like, if a good team game plan for us, it's the bad shooters that's taking a lot of threes, like Tate and, those guys like that. Oh, man, they'll make him take threes. They'll just clog the paint to where he got to shoot a lot of threes and stuff like that. So I'm not upset that he takes those threes because if you look around the league, shooting guards usually take about that amount of threes anyway. Like it's a it's the three ball game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they keep the defense honest too, Space, like you say.
Yeah, that's why I'm not too mad. I hear what you're saying, but I'm not too mad at that. Right? Not right now.
Gotcha. All right, man. I appreciate you letting me get on tonight, man. I guess I'll catch up with you guys on the rebound.
For sure, Muzzo. Have you been on the panel before?
I ain't been on the panel. I just always be checking y'all out on the live. I'm a real big fan and supporter of those Space. I like what y'all doing. Y'all got the best thing going out of H-Town, man. I
appreciate you, dog.
Appreciate that, bro. That's big, man.
Yeah,
that's really big.
Y'all were a good 1-2 punch, man. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
that, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Come back up, man. Don't.
Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, don't be a stranger, man. Come on up.
Oh, no doubt. For sure. Appreciate it.
For sure, man. You take it easy.
All right, bet.
AK Infinity. What's up, AK Infinity?
What up, bro, Ham?
What's good with it, Papa?
What's good, bro?
Oh, man, what's
Same
going
old.
Down, Frank?
I know you about to let it spiel. Go ahead, man. I know you got something.
I got some points that I had seen in the game that I want to get y'all's takes on some of these points, man. First one, man, Fred took 4 shots. He missed them all, but I thought he had a great game. I'm with Frank on the fact that just because you don't score a lot, that don't mean you don't have a good game. That boy had a great game, man. Like a great floor game, but there was a particular adjustment that they made. I don't know if y'all noticed. Whenever we got a stop, if whoever got the rebound, if it wasn't, well, I'm gonna get there sometime. But they'll find Fred, but Fred gonna find Jalen, and then they get into the actions faster if they're not running on a break. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Fred was not walking the ball up every time like he has been. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not.
I would say, AK, I noticed that almost not that specific point, but I noticed it seemed like we're trying to play faster. At least like the last 2 to 3 games, it's like it's been an emphasis to start trying to be faster. And I seen something where our pace actually, we went from dead last to like now we like middle of the pack in the league in pace. So we are trying to start to ramp it up, bro. So yeah, you right on point with that.
Yeah, because think about it, man. The offense, I've been harping on this for a while, man. The offense it's so elementary with just a naked pick and roll with Fred and Şengün every time. No wonder it's easy to stop them. No wonder it's easy to game plan against. We know you're not gonna do nothing else.
Right.
And then it ain't like Fred is pushing rim pressure and finding guys in the corners. And it's not like we doing any short roll action. It's not like they got to double Fred and then Fred got to hit Şengün on the short roll. It's not like that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Once Fred get that pick, he either gonna shoot the 3 or he gonna try to find Şengün, and that's it. And then we just play off of that. It's too easy to game plan against. It's way too. You see what happened when they start throwing zones at us, bro. You see what happened. You saw what happened in that.
They
fourth
almost
quarter.
came. I mean, they almost came back.
And that was a concern I had at the beginning of the season. Like, what we gonna do when we get a zone?
We ain't got no zone busters. You got to be able to
You
hit
ain't got no
threes.
zone busters.
You know what I'm saying?
Although I'll say this.
Well.
Yeah,
I was about to say that. Yeah, go ahead.
Jabari out there, but they're not. They having a hard time finding Şengün in the middle of the court so he can find Jabari. You know what I'm saying? Why I don't know why that's so hard. Why is that so hard? But anyway, that's why I thought that adjustment that they made, getting Jalen to run the full court, to run the fast break, I thought that was working fabulously because even if the Lakers got back on defense and we got into our actions faster, we got into our actions with guys cross-matched all over the place so we can take advantage and get a shot up. First play of the game, Jalen already getting to the free throw line, going downhill, attacking AD because he ain't care. Like, I do think Jalen was kind of on one this game because when he see the Lakers, I don't know what it is. He see their purple and gold, and he's just like, oh, no, I don't like y'all cats.
Yeah.
And he just start going nuts. But I think the emphasis of playing faster is so much better for these young guys because they still very reactionary. They can't think the game that fast. Besides Şengün is a different beast. He's already been a pro. But the rest of these guys, you seen what happened when Cam Whitmore got in the game. That boy came in the game and I was just like, what did this man take? They're gonna have to drug test him after this game because he on something. He was on something. He had that Corey Brewer energy in him, man.
Yeah, I mean, he a Ferrari, man. You can't have a Ferrari and drive the speed limit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta let him loose. Just go.
He a Ferrari that can transform into a Hummer because he get in that lane. Yeah. You're not trying to be on the way.
So he an old school Chevy with a souped up super block in him.
he a Buick Grand National. I'm old school too, bro. Like, that's what he a Buick Grand National.
Yeah.
Yeah, another thing too, I kind of want to point out, this boy Jalen actually had his third straight double-double after not even having one in his whole life. Like, that's crazy. But I think the reason for that though is, you know, when he was struggling, I mean, come on, when you out there struggling, you hooping, you know when you're not contributing, you're gonna try to find something to do. So when he's scoring, everything else, all of the other stuff that he does, it looks a lot better. Because you know that at this point that it's not just scoring. Like, yeah, we know he's gonna get after the boards now. He defended very well this game, very well. He had a possession where he was isolated on LeBron and he made LeBron get off the ball. Like, LeBron was like, nah, I can't get past this man. I was like, oh, okay, we really seeing some growth here. All right, cool.
And you know what's crazy about that? Because I watch basketball with my son. My son said, "Dad, did Jalen Green just lock up LeBron?" I was like, "Yeah, son. He made him get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? He made him get up off the ball." He's like, "Okay, Jalen." Yeah, and he 9. You know Rob Shadamas that be coming up doing the pick sometimes. Yeah, him. He was like, "Did Jalen Green just lock up LeBron?" He was surprised.
Yeah, man. That was a shocker to me because I remember a specific play when Jalen was when he was a rookie actually, and we was playing the Lakers, and it was a similar play where he was isolated on LeBron and he was looking around looking for help.
Yeah.
This season this time around he's not doing that. So he's still growing mentally. He's still trying to find himself whoever he is basketball wise. He might not be the Kobe comparison like some people was kind of prematurely saying. But whatever. When he find out who he is, I think he's gonna be a very good NBA player. He's still growing, man. Jabari's still growing. There was a play where Jabari, he had an easy shot, but he just was like, screw it, I got Şengün on the roll, I'm gonna hit Şengün. And this was a point when Jabari didn't even take a lot of shots during the game. Mm-hmm. And he was just like, I'm gonna just get off the ball. Şengün got an easier shot, even though I got a good shot. I thought that was very mature. So
hey, real quick, hey, how about that Jabari pass to the corner to JG?
Oh yeah, that was beautiful.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I seen that. That was beautiful. See,
yeah, that was a sweet pass.
Rim pressure, corner threes when somebody got to help off the corner, but it also helps that somebody's actually willing to go downhill and it's somebody who can finish. Jabari, he's gotten a lot better finishing in the paint. You could run a lot more actions where you can get similar results from things like that. we could do that, but that's why I think the whole playing faster thing is good for these young guys, because you get more possessions, you be able to develop more instincts, you get a little bit more film because there's more possessions to look at during film session. But these guys playing slow and methodical, as much as I appreciate what Fred brings from a veteran perspective, he raises our floor a lot, but I don't think he does anything for our ceiling, if I'm being honest. But he raises that floor though.
Yeah.
He really does raise the floor.
And AK,
Like,
since you mentioned it, you know how good Bari been playing, that this 18 seemed like
it's
routine.
quiet.
It was quiet, bro. Like,
real quiet. If you look at his splits, if you look at all his numbers, it looks like it's very repeatable. He can go 2 for 5 every game. That's not bad. 8 for 13, that's a little bit high, but he can have those a little bit more regularly. 9 rebounds. The 4 assists was kind of surprising. The 3 steals, he ain't gonna be no 3 steals guy now. That's we talking MJ. That's crazy. John Stockton, that's crazy, averaging 3 steals in a season. You out of your mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, the block, his numbers don't look crazy, man. Like these things are repeatable, but we got to remember too, we was playing faster, we got more possessions, so these things are gonna happen more often. Like if you look at when I do my videos, I'm always looking at I look at stuff like rebound percentage. I don't like looking at rebounds per game, or I'll look at things like let's say assists per 100 possessions. Because you look at 100 possessions, it accounts for pace. So if you comparing, let's say you comparing AD and Şengün, for example, you're not gonna compare their raw numbers against each other. You want to compare the per 100 because that makes more sense. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It just accounts for pace.
Yeah.
So if you look at Jabari's per 100 possession, and Tari too. Boy, Tari's per 100 possessions are stupid. His numbers are stupid. Cam too. Cam's numbers are stupid. Tari Eason is averaging like 19 rebounds per 100 possessions.
That's crazy.
Dog,
that's Dennis Rodman.
Bro, there was only like 2 players with more rebounds per 100 possessions than him. I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. But yeah, but these young guys, man, they really growing, man. Like we said, man, Cam been a bulldozer. Man, that Nets game in that third quarter though, man, he was all right, bro. You was sniffing exhaust fumes. Like, you gotta chill, bro. You doing too much, dog. And then of course, Şengün, man, even Şengün's 30 points, quietest 30-point double I ever seen, man. Very quiet. 7 assists, 12 rebounds. It didn't even look like he, had to do too much. He took 23 shots. It didn't feel like none of it was like really forced. That's what I liked about the spread of the offense. When we move faster, when we play faster, we don't have to force as much. But you saw when the game started getting a little tight, when ass cheeks got tight, they went back to the old reliable, old faithful. Şengün and Fred VanVleet pick and roll. Cool. And it did what it needed to do to close the game out. And we pulled that thing out, even though we had a little bit of a scare. But I think these young guys, man, they still growing. I know we had some expectations that was adjusted throughout the season, and my expectations have remained adjusted. I don't see why we can't be in the play-in or in the playoffs. I don't see really why not. Jabari just came back. I hope Tari Eason is going to be all right. And the way Tari plays too, that Energizer Bunny kind of game where he just come in and he's 100% balls to the wall from the jump. He can't play 35 minutes a game. Not playing like that, because he's going to get hurt. He can't do that. Yeah, that's not something I want to see from him. So when people talk about, oh, we got to trade Jalen or Cam, I don't see why we have to, unless you're just getting a real sweet deal that's just like getting a king's ransom. All right, we can do that, but I don't see why Jalen and Cam can't start. I made a tweet on January 10th saying I like Jalen and Cam. I forgot what game it was, where they was playing together and it looked so seamless. It looked good, like they was feeding off each other real well. They were playing fast, and I think Amen Thompson was running point too. They was playing fast, and I was like, okay, this looked good. This is something we may need to see get some more data points on. And it's starting to bear out a little bit. when a man came in the game, he was kind of turnover prone. But when he came in the game and it was running with Jalen and Cam, they was running every time, and I mean every time, make or miss, they were running every time. That's how Cam got all them runouts. But we'll see what Udoka does the rest of the season. But that key adjustment that I mentioned earlier, where Fred to get the ball, he's just gonna look for Jalen immediately to try to get into something fast. If we continue to do that, I think that's one of the solutions to our offense being so stagnant. Just playing a little faster would make things a little easier for these young guys.
And to piggyback off of that, playing fast, it lends to our guys' strengths as well. I wouldn't necessarily think that I wouldn't classify any of our guys as one-on-one isolation players. You know what I'm saying? Not of yet. I don't think
not necessarily.
None of them. The game is polished enough just to be an isolation player. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all need each other in some way, shape, or form because their games are not all the way developed and grown up yet. So, am I wrong about that, Frank? Do you see anybody besides maybe Şengün when he got the mismatch? Maybe he can be an isolation type player, but I don't see anyone, even Fred. I don't look at him like an isolation type player.
No,
just
Fred
go
is
get
absolutely
a bucket.
not no isolation.
Yeah, I think Şengün is the only one. Şengün, I mean, he isolate the big man version of ISO, which is in a post up and face up, and so he can go get his own bucket, but nobody else. I think everybody else is probably right now going to be screen dependent, which is okay. And I think just like y'all was saying, the way my problem with like Fred, like you already know, I always say Fred is going to play how the team, he feels like he needs to fill a void. And if the void doesn't need to be filled, he's perfectly fine with just chilling. So if you ever see Fred pressing, it's probably because somebody else ain't stepping up. That's why I always get people think like he's a bog. I think Fred is a winner to a fault. Meaning that if he feel like it's slipping, he gonna do whatever he can and whether sometimes it kind of forces into some bad decisions, but that's just to me, that's why he in the NBA. Like, he a winner. So he's not just going to say, well, I'm going to lose because Jalen's having he in his head tonight, or Şengün is playing soft. I'm going to just chill. Nah, he gonna put up 20 shots. Like, that's just how he is. So
Dylan got that in him too.
Dylan going to step up when he needs to. And that's why these guys, I know, right? But yeah, Dylan won us a game or two, though. You know what I mean? He put his imprint on some games.
Yeah,
If the young guys do what they supposed to do, these dudes that fall right into their role. And it's to me, like, he didn't come here to be James Harden. He came here to be part of rebranding a team with young potential stars. And I think that's really, but as far as like the way they play, like, I know some people were talking about like Şengün in the Brooklyn game when he got benched. He didn't get enough time. Like, nah, that to me, like, the whole thing is like, you got Şengün, he's elite, he's cold. JJ Redick, basically said he's going to be a Hall of Famer on his podcast, the one after the one he featured him. But you also have all these other talented players on the team. So as a coach, what can you do to maximize everybody? And I think the best way they can do that is to just play through Şengün, but playing through him shouldn't be him just isolating in the post. Like, yeah, you can do the pick and rolls with Fred. Okay, now do a DHO with somebody like Jabari, or maybe Cam getting a handoff into attacking the basket, or just do different things with different people and play to their strengths and then feed off of it. And I think that's what we saw tonight, where you initiate the action and guys were just repositioning, moving, they were cutting, they were making the extra pass. So everybody is like, the offense itself creates mismatches for the players rather than them trying to dribble and like Jalen. When Jalen try to go ISO, and that's when you get ripped the most.
It's ugly. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
that's some of the ugliest basketball I watch.
Yeah, he get ripped. So it's like clock-a-line. Like, bro, when niggas, I count the dribble, it's like 4 or 5. Okay, bro, now stop, because they're gonna come and just rip the ball. So for him, I think he's been miscast as like, maybe Stone had this vision of James Harden and with the KPJ thing, where they want this super ball dominant guard that could just pity pat the ball and like just break the defense down and kick it. Like that's not Jalen's game. Is not going to be that. He's a dude. To me, this is what I see from him: attacking drop coverages off screens, either shooting or getting downhill, or being a spacer as a guy that can reposition and get a shot. And I think as he gets older, and y'all hear me say this, he needs to learn how to work off ball, coming off of pin downs and getting just easy shots where he only got dribbled once or twice and straight into his jumper. And once he figures that part out, because what you were saying, AK, is about Şengün's, and you and Space were just saying about Şengün probably had the easiest 30-point he's had this season.
Oh, for sure.
And that's how it's supposed to be. Like, the game ain't supposed to be him just barreling down and, like, triple teaming, he getting hacked. And it's really hard. Like, in the 2 minutes left in the game to get like that. Whole playoff game, you know what I mean? It's game 6. Yeah, it get nasty like that. We know how it goes in the playoff. But in the regular season, your offensive structure should create advantages for everybody. And that's one of my biggest disappointments with Coach Udoka is that he hasn't been creative enough in doing that. He's just really been lazy. So I'm glad they starting to work out some other things and let guys use their talents, because the way they were going, like, I think he was forced into this, and I'm glad it worked, because now he ain't going to abandon it and just say, Fred, go spam a pick and roll for 30 plays in a row.
Yuck. That's disgusting. Now, man, full court, let Jalen run the break. Half court, all right, then we can get it to Fred. Or sometimes we need to lean more into Fred's off-ball shooting, man, because he's a sniper. He really is a sniper from a spot up. He a sniper, man. We got to lean into that a little bit more. I want to see him play a little bit more with Amen Thompson, too. That need to be something. That need to be a look that we can go to from time to time. I also noticed Aaron Holiday didn't play this game. I don't know if he was hurt, but
yeah, that's
maybe,
what I said.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not hurt, bro. Email was trying to win, bro.
Okay, cool.
I don't know.
Look at Frank. Frank do not like out of there.
Hey, man, I like winning, and whoever can contribute to that. Like, I'm gonna have my favorites, but my favorite thing to do is win.
Already.
All that other stuff, man. Whatever. All them narratives, I don't really care about them. I just want to win, man. Please, or at least take steps towards a winning environment. That's what's important to me, man.
Already.
And I think we're doing that. But as far as them, I do want to mention this. Them DHOs with Jabari in particular and Şengün, them things.
They starting to work.
Starting to. They been working, bro. Like,
yeah, they working. Yeah.
If you're gonna spam a play, it should be that.
That's it.
Jabari can get to the rim, right? Jabari can get to the rim finish, and he can shoot that thing from the mid or from the 3. And he's 6'11" with gorilla.
It's a layup. It's a layup for him because those inside the paint DHOs or big on big screens.
It's hard.
Usually the big that's trying to guard Şengün or whoever is going to be under the basket. So when Jabari come off that screen and his man gets screened by Şengün, that little pull up is like a 10-footer. That's like a layup. It's a layup for Jabari. Like that play, to me, is probably the most efficient thing the Rockets got, and they don't use it at all. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm low-key mad at Udoka. I'm a little disappointed.
Real talk.
Like,
yeah, me and him gotta have a conversation.
Yeah, bro. I'm glad the defense, the culture, all that stuff, but man, he leaving a lot.
He leaving a lot on the
table.
Bro. Yeah, he is.
To be fair, he has a lot on his plate, so some things gonna spill over to the table. I do understand that. I'm gonna give him that. But at the same time, some of these things is just like obvious, bro. Some of these things is obvious. Tape minutes need to be cut a lot. I don't need to see him playing 15 minutes, man. Let him play 5 tops because Cam is coming for that ass. Cam coming for that ass, boy. He's not playing. He not waiting no more. Cam say, all right, this is my spot. Even when Tari come back, I don't know how they gonna work that out. But somebody got to sit. I don't know if they're waiting for the trade.
It ain't gonna be Tari.
It ain't gonna be Tari.
It ain't gonna be Tari though.
Tari not sitting.
Tari your best defender on the team, bro.
Big time. And he's like, per 100 possessions, he's the most impactful player on the team.
Facts.
He got the highest net rating on the team.
Highest net rating, defensive rating, highest rebound percentage. Damn near every metric. He is just transition. He's number one, I think, on our team. Well, top three with Şengün. Şengün number one is Tari, and I forgot who the other person was. But Tari is like, to me, he's the unsung hero of this team, bro. And it's no surprise when he plays, we usually win. Like, missing him has been a huge loss for the Rockets.
It's a huge loss, but it's also an opportunity for somebody else to come in and step up and stake their claim. And Cam is doing that, and unfortunately, Tate is the odd man out, and he's not really taking advantage of other opportunities that he might could have. So, I mean, even Ben Thompson, he's taking advantage of sometimes because sometimes they put him on the wing at the three. Sometimes they even switch him on and have him guarding fours. He's doing some of those Tari things defensively. So. He's taking advantage of this opportunity too. Like him and Cam, I've said all season, when them dudes like really get into a groove, they're gonna really force the coaching staff to make some tough decisions because they're gonna put pressure on this starting lineup. And not saying that we should change the starting lineup, but the rotations can change, minutes can change, big time.
Yeah, that's gonna be a real conversation, bro. But it's a couple years away. But that'll be a real conversation because, like, to me, the battle is going to be because I think Thompson probably at some point he's going to be on that start because his defense is so elite for a young guy. Even though he's a little bit older, some nights he's our best like perimeter defender.
Yeah.
And there'll be games where Fred is getting cooked. I'm like, they need to put a man on this dude, shut him down. Then you got Cam. I think the battle between Cam and Jalen and Tari is going to be interesting because I know they don't all play the same positions, but somebody has to be a six man if you end up keeping all these dudes because Bari's going to start, Şengün is going to start. I think eventually Ben Thompson is going to start, and I think for those three, it's not they all have a right, and Jalen probably has the leading claim. It's his to lose.
Yeah.
Right now, it's his to lose, but it depends on how they view the roster. And I think with the shooting being a thing, I think maybe Tari gets the squeeze, where he's the guy that they keep him as a six man, or the dude that comes off the bench. But I honestly think Tari Eason deserves to start, man. I think he's really talented. There's a lot of teams in the NBA that would do a lot of things to get Tari Eason on their roster. So Stone got to thread this needle because we might lose one of these dudes.
Yeah,
just off of we got too much talent.
Even with Tari starting, I don't know what his minutes average is gonna be, man, because I don't want him getting hurt, man. I know he's young, but he only young for so long. Ben Simmons young too, but look at him.
Don't even put Tari and Ben Simmons.
No, don't put that on Tari
in the same sentence, bro. Don't do that.
But you understand what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, but let's not. We don't even think about that karma.
It's a freak accident. I mean, whatever he got, let's hope it's not like, damn, he is back. Like he tore that leg, or like,
man, we're gonna have to go do some overnight prayer sessions for that man.
I'm down with you.
Somewhere, like, you go live with the monks. You gonna have him like something.
Yeah, man. I don't want to take up too much of y'all time. Real quick, Space Ghost.
What's up, bro?
Huh? We gonna keep that low. We still on, huh?
Yeah, man. I told you just hit me whenever you're ready.
All right, bet.
Whenever you're ready, bro.
I ain't saying nothing the rest of y'all. Y'all gonna figure it out. All right, y'all.
Appreciate you, AK.
Bro.
Appreciate you. Y'all take it easy, man.
For sure. We got my boy Genius. What's up, rude boy?
Yeah, man.
What's happening, man?
Tonight. It was a good look, man.
Already, bro. How you feeling?
Feeling good, I think Frank and AK pretty much gave some good points, but I'm just gonna add a few little sprinkles around some of what they were just saying about the lineups and stuff. I think that once Tari gets back, I think we're gonna be done seeing Jayshawn Tate for the rest of the year. If Tari comes back this season, because I think that Cam Whitmore is so versatile. You know, he can play 2 through 4. His body, he can manage the 4, he can manage the 3, and he can play the 2. So I don't think there's going to be a big problem getting the minutes, you know, because Tari as well, he can play, he can back up Jabari at the 4. Cam can back up Jalen at the 2. He can play some spot minutes at the 3. So I just think that once Tari gets back, the rotation is really going to be set where it's going to be Tari and Cam rotating those minutes from between the 2 to the 4 spot. So I think that they can both get 20 minutes each off the bench. And then with Tari, long term, I still don't think, as good as he is on defense, I still don't. I just don't think he's gonna be a starter. I think that his role for the team is gonna be more coming off the bench, being that spark plug off the bench. I mean, if guys get hurt and stuff like that, yeah, he can start. But I just think that his best role is, being that spark off the bench, change of pace when you want some energy off the bench. I think that role is going to really suit him, and I don't think that is going to affect his bread either, because I think that he's going to be one of those guys who's going to get paid but still coming off the bench. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's going to be a big problem for him in terms of him getting his money or something like that. And the next take I wanna add is that I'm reevaluating all of these 6 guys, and I gotta say that right now, earlier in the year, Cam Whitmore was maybe like 5th on the list. I think that right now he's definitely number 3 in terms of potential amongst these 6 draft picks. You know.
Are you willing to share what order? Or are you willing to share pecking order?
I'm gonna have it in some order of Jabari, Şengün, and then Cam. But I think that Cam has the potential to upend Şengün in terms of that spot. And I pushed Jalen down to 4 because I'm liking what I'm seeing over these last 3 games, but until he gets that shot down consistent and tightens up that handle, that's gonna be in his way in terms of him reaching his potential. You know, that if you don't tighten up that handle and get that shot consistent, then his game is gonna be limited to maybe a 6-man or something like that. But if I'm evaluating these guys based on sample size, and I'm comparing them in spaces where they, like for example, comparing year 1 Jalen, comparing year 1 Jabari, I think that out of all of these guys, Cam Whitmore showing the best, showing the most in such a short space of time in year 1. Jalen struggled out the gate in year 1. Jabari, we know his year 1 wasn't anything to talk about. But Cam, in year 1, he's shown that he's not even playing like a rookie on offense. On defense, yes, you can see some rookie mistakes on defense, but on offense, he's looking like a 3-year veteran player, man. He knows how to use his body, he uses his shoulders to create contact and separation when he's driving to the rim. He can tighten the handle a bit, but I think that his handles are ahead of Jalen if I compare them year 1, where Jalen came into the league versus Cam. He's better off ball as well when I compare him to Jalen in year 1. Because Cam is a guy that he doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective. He cuts, he relocates, and I think that maybe because when he was at Villanova, that's how they used him, He was more of an off-ball player, so he moves better without the ball already at an early stage. So I think that he's ahead in terms of just the year one sample size versus the other rookies. You know, I don't want to too much put him against Şengün because Şengün was already playing professional basketball before he came into the NBA. But versus the other five guys, I think that he's ahead of the curve. I do agree with Frank though about the he needs to add the playmaking to his game, but I think that if he adds the playmaking to his game, I tell you, he's gonna be a superstar because he doesn't have any holes on offense right now. He can post up, he can hit the mid range, he can hit the three, and his handle is improving. So I see a combination of a better Jalen Brown and Anthony Edwards in his game. And if he's anything of those two guys, we know that definitely he's gonna be one of them guys that's a number two, at least a number two player on a championship team. He just needs to improve the decision making with the ball and not be a ball stopper. That's the only hole I see in his game right now. You know, it's like once he gets the ball, you know, it's going up. So, but I think that going into year two, you know, Ime is gonna challenge him to add other things to his game and stuff like that.
Yeah. Genius. Can I my bad, that probably was kinda loud. I would say I agree with your assessment totally about the year ones. I just don't. You do understand we didn't have a real coach at the time with Silas, and we were tanking, and we were trying to lose, and you
Yeah,
know what I mean. You know what I mean.
yeah.
So it's kind of
And
stark
I was gonna
comparison.
add that. I was gonna add that into it, and I was gonna say, you know, that this is why I think that you don't just give rookies you don't just give them the keys to the kingdom just like that. You make them earn their minutes because I think that with Cam going to the G League and earning his minutes, it made him a better player. And I think that if Jalen went through that fire like what happened with Cam, he would be a much better player at this stage in his career. So it was just given to him without any structure. He didn't have to earn anything, and that actually hurt his development if you really look at it. So I agree. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, for sure. Frank, you got anything?
No, he's spot on. I think that Email's done a good job of kind of bringing Cam along and trying to exercise some of the bad things he does. Some of the bad shot selection. He still has it. He just needs to work that out. I think for me, Cam's progression is going to be based on how well he integrates into a team and how well he can pick up playing within the context of a team. Because you can still see him struggle with his, like, he has to remind himself, well, let me pass the ball in this possession. So, but that's something like, I think it's not easy to do, but it's not something that's impossible. He just needs the right coach and the right players around him. I think the fact that he's on a team that's so talented, it helps him. Like, I think him under Steven Silas would probably be a bust. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because Steven Silas would let him play to all his weaknesses mentally, not his physical game, but he'd be out there taking bad shots, making bad plays, and getting
Yeah,
frustrated, and he would have been labeled a bad player, like everybody
overdribbling.
already thought. You know what I mean? Everybody already thought coming into the draft that's why he's slick because he's this like he doesn't care or whatever. But what Ime is doing is making him commit to defense, playing within the context of the team. All that stuff just allows his natural talent to shine. So he is definitely lucky because if Jalen had this type of coaching from day one, I don't think he'd be in the situation he's in right now, where he's just had his first double double like 2 games ago, which was wild for me. That dude in his third year just had his first double double after damn near starting his whole career for 3 years. That was a wild stat for me
That's
to hear, but
crazy.
now he's had three in a row. Yep.
That's really crazy. That's really crazy.
Hey
Yeah.
Frank, I got one more.
Go
I
ahead,
got
genius.
one more quick point. I got one more quick point, and it's related to Ime. So I have a gripe with Ime. Well, two gripes, you guys touched on it already. His offensive philosophy is really basic right now, and I know he's not an offensive guy. I would love to see him bring in an offensive genius on the sideline with him in year 2 to open up the offense a bit more. But I also have a problem with I don't have a problem with him holding guys accountable, but I think that actually cost us the Brooklyn game because he had Şengün sitting out the whole fourth quarter, then brought Şengün back into the game with like a couple seconds left, and I think that's what contributed to him probably missing those 2 free throws because he hadn't touched the ball in 6, 7, 8 minutes. He had no rhythm, no shots, so it's kind of hard for him to now go to the line coming in back at that stage of the game and then expect to make 2 free throws. So I want to see him trust his star players a little bit more because, yeah, I know RP was tripping a bit in the first half of that game, but if you got a guy like Luka Doncic or Joel Embiid, you got to ride with some of those mistakes, you know. You lose a game or so because of those guys and you live with it. You don't just bench your because RP is the closest thing to our franchise player, you know. So you got to give him a little bit more room. You could bench him a couple minutes in the fourth, but by the time you reach the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter, you need to bring him back because I would have rather LP doing something dumb than Jason Tate taking that step back. With a minute left in the game.
Seconds left on the clock. You didn't like that step back through with 12 seconds on the clock in a close game? You mean that's not what you came to watch the Rockets for?
Absolutely not. So I would have rather LP been out there doing something dumb than watching Jason Tate taking that step back. So I wanted to see him trust some of those guys a little bit more. You know, that's what I got.
Yeah, I mean me and Space and everybody. We email his right now. The biggest flaw he has is his feel for rotations. He'll find a good rotation and stay with it too long. And he'll put a team on the court that will sabotage something good that has happened. Like he almost did it tonight with that terrible lineup he did to close out the third. With the Brooklyn game, I know we didn't get to talk about it on the channel. I think that people think he was benching Şengün because of the defense. I don't think it was the defense. I think he benched Şengün because of the offense. The way Brooklyn was guarding Şengün, our team was not prepared for that, and that's on Coach Udoka. So he wasn't prepared to have a counter to the way they were playing him. So rather than try to come up with something, I think they just took him out and went small so that Brooklyn didn't really have a game plan outside of that. Then they could attack just one-on-one. And basically what that second unit did, they just attacked an ISO and just went downhill. And they just switched everything. And that's the most basic way you could play basketball. Is just guard the guy in front of you and attack the guy in front of you. And to me, that he was outcoached by Josh Vaughn. And that loss is totally on Ime Udoka. At this point in the season, you have to expect Şengün is going to get doubled. You have to expect he's going to get fronted. And also on Rafael Stone, like, we were generating a lot of good shots out of that, but the guys couldn't shoot. We were 3 for 16 or 3 for whatever y'all know the same thing with Charlotte. We can't shoot. So if you're going to have Şengün in there, they were fronting him and guarding him at the same time. So they're using 2 players to guard 1 player, and you can't punish that. I mean, you're going to lose. That's in the NBA, you do that against any other team in this league. That any competent team, they hang a 150 on your neck. Like you can't throw 3 bodies at Jokic. Michael Porter Jr. might have 40. Like, so it's on Coach Udoka, it's on Rafael Stone. That's why, like I said, I'm chilling, bro. We have a great team. Şengün is he's gonna be special and that's why I think he has a chance to be an all-star because these coaches are doing all this weird gimmick defenses to try to stop him. And the Rockets.
And he may he may have to be better because you can't allow teams to make you take your best player off the floor for such a long time. You can't. That just not acceptable. Your best player
That means
needs
you
to be on the
lost.
floor.
That means you lost. As a coach, if
Yep.
one thing I know about the Rockets, we're one of the few offenses that reacts to the defense. Usually defenses are supposed to react to the offensive and adjust to that because everybody comes in with a game plan. But we always adjust to what the defense is doing and try to adjust. Like they force us into like having Tates out there. So that's on Coach Udoka. Like I don't know what maybe he said that because they're on the road trip. There's not a lot of time to practice stuff. Our guys are young, so those are that's valid. But you can't be getting out coached. He's been out coached a lot lately, especially with the offensive game plans he's been and how teams are guarding us. So I don't think it's a coincidence either. When we get a couple of days off and we're like at home, the team looks a lot better because they can install some new stuff and try to make some adjustments that they can't make when they're flying in between games on the road. So yeah, I'm with you.
And he got to know when he's got to know when his role players have done their job as well, because the role players brought us back into that Brooklyn game, but you got to know that role players' jobs they can bring you back, but they're not going to get you over the line. That's where your stars need to come back into the game, and he didn't bring Şengün back into the game until like some seconds left. I think that was also not a good move.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Sometimes he just stay with a certain lineup too long.
Too long, yeah, definitely.
Too long.
I think he did the same thing in the Portland game as well. He had a unit that was going, and he rode them till too long. That it kind of messed with the flow of the starters, and then
that was on him too.
Became,
He got Chauncey outcoached him too. Chauncey outcoached him in that game. Went zone. They didn't adjust, and they didn't adjust to the way we was guarding until late in the fourth. The lineups were bad. I mean, there's been I've counted about 4 or 5 games that I think coaching has lost.
That's what I was about to say. At least, and there's really like 3 of the last 5 games he done been out coached. Truthfully.
Yep. Because we should have won those 2 games, the Brooklyn game and the Portland game. Those were lost on coaching for the most part, at least at the end of the game. Because in the Portland game, there's absolutely no way you should have two 5'11" players guarding with like less than 2 seconds left on a shot clock, because there was no contest for Jeremy Grant. He's 6'9". So at least if you had Amen out there guarding him, he would have probably missed that shot, because Amen, the length that Amen would have had up there.
Is that the game we closed with a 3-guard lineup with Holiday,
that was
Fred, and Jalen Green?
Don't even remind me about that game.
Wings. Yeah.
And we up 3 and just don't. All you have to do is foul them and just give them 2 free throws and we still win the game. That was just like the most dumbest game.
Yeah, he be like
ever.
big brain is love. I be forgetting like he's a 2nd-year coach. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm keeping my eye on Udoka, man. He kind of. I ain't gonna say no. I'm just keep my eye. Let's just keep an eye on.
Let's just say it could have been a possibility that Tatum and Brown was more, had a lot to do with it.
Established players, man.
Yeah, because those are.
You ever heard the term that Kyrie said that we don't need a coach when they hired Steve Nash? That's Boston. Any coach who goes to Boston is going to go to the finals right now. That's how good Tatum and Brown are.
Yeah.
So it's gonna. I mean, I'm gonna give him some time to see if it was really the players, or I know I won't question his defensive philosophy. I'll give him that, but offensively, it doesn't take much for Jason Tatum to. You don't need to run any plays for him. He can score anywhere on the court. So,
I think his biggest attribute is he's a leader, and I think that is valuable. As far as like getting the best out of guys, I think you heard Tatum and Brown and Marcus Smart, because they were like on a downhill spiral with the way Brad Stevens, all that stuff ended with Kyrie. So he kind of realign them and challenge guys to do different things, like play defense and like he has that. And to me, that's really the most important thing as a head coach. But if you're,
Yeah.
you know, you have deficiencies on certain they need to bring in coaches that supplement that for him. Because
Yep.
I'd rather my head coach be a leader because that's like I said, that's the standard. Like you want to galvanize your players, but then you need those other people on your staff. So Will Hardy, another underrated coach, was on that staff in Boston and went to the championship. Will Hardy is the coach for the Utah Jazz. Their offense
Yeah.
is one of the more creative ones in the NBA. So I think that splitting them two up, we're starting to see kind of where Ime was on that team and where Will Hardy had his fingerprint.
And I wonder, Frank, if that's playing in his decisions to how he build out his staff this year, because I realize he brought in a lot of inexperienced assistants, and he may be observing the fact that his lead assistants are all doing well. Like what the guy who replaced him, Joe Mazzulla, is doing good, and then Will Hardy is doing good. He might be questioning, or maybe thinking that people might be questioning if those guys were instrumental in the success in Boston as well, and he's trying to prove himself. But I hope that he swallows his ego over the offseason. If he knows he's not really a savant on offense, then bring in an offensive-minded assistant to help unlock the offense of the team, and don't, because I think that his job is secure. I know that. I feel like Tillman really trusts him and gave him a lot of power, so I don't think he needs to be like insecure about who his assistants are or anything like that.
Yeah, real quick before we go, we already won more games. Well, we've won of many games. We've matched our last year win total after this win. So
A little bit
just
over
let y'all
halfway
know.
through the season.
Yeah, we already got more wins than we did last year. So, he is doing something right with this team. So.
Yeah, I ain't ready. I would never say, yeah, let's just fire Udoka or Udoka suck or anything. He just got holes in his coaching game here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's fine. No coach is perfect. No coach is perfect, but a good coach delegates responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Is Udoka that type of coach to delegate some of the responsibility and really trust his assistants to actually implement offensive game plans and things of that nature. And we'll see. Yeah. But yeah, appreciate you, genius, man. You all, like always, man. You always get some good takes, man. Like I always say, we got some of the most knowledgeable fans here at the Chop Shop, man, and y'all always keep us with good topics, good takes, good basketball conversations, man. So we're gonna be up out of here, man. Appreciate my boy Frank for coming through, and I apologize, man. My job really have been on me, man. Been on me. I've been working a lot lately, working late, and some of these games I can't get to, and I be having to, life be life, and sometimes I just put it like that. But anytime I do get a chance, I'm gonna load up these live streams, and I appreciate y'all still rocking with us and not going away. Be like, man, you ain't tripping. Space gonna be here for you, and if I'm not, then Frank gonna be breaking down some footage. So I appreciate you, and I know my boy Frank appreciate all the likes, all the subscribes and all of the shares and all of that, man. So keep supporting us, bro. We're gonna keep bringing you that heat, like my boy Frank said. So appreciate it, man. Before we go, CSGs,
CMB.
you know what I'm saying?
CMB.
We all we got.
Man, we all we got.
Man, appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Y'all be easy. We'll see you on the next one. Appreciate it. Let's go, Houston Rockets.
Let's go.